story appears ordinary until you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTv News, expanding your view.
Hello there, you're welcome to CoreTv News on the Hour. With me, Sabena Izoku. President Goodluck Jonathan has relieved Andrew Yakubu of his duties as a Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation. The President, in a statement by his Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Reuben Abati, named Joseph Dowell as Yakubu's replacement. Abati also announced the appointment of Anthony Ugonna Umoenike as the new Managing Director of the Nigerian Petroleum Development Corporation. For the shake-up in the NNPC as approved by the President, have Aisha Mata Abdurrahman reassigned as the Corporation Group Executive Director, Commercial and Investment, while Atahiru B. Yusuf was named the Group Executive Director, Business Development. All the appointments take immediate effect. Determined to conduct a credible election in Osun State, the Independent National Electoral Commission has created additional 3,379 voting units. This is contained in a statement made available to newsmen in Osogbo by Osun State Resident Electoral Commissioner Olusegun Agbaje. He emphasized that the additional polling units are designed to ensure quick accreditation of voters during the 9th of August governorship election. Agbaje informs that prior to creation of these new polling units, the state had 3,010, adding that out of 1,407,222 persons who registered as voters, 960,124 had collected their permanent voters card and will be eligible to vote, while 450,560 had yet to collect theirs. According to him, 745,828, representing 53% of the total registered voters and females, while 661,394, which is 47% of the voters, are males. The resident electoral commissioner had also warned members of the National Youth Service Corps and the officials of the commission against allowing themselves to be compromised by politicians. It says anybody caught engaging in any act which violates the electoral law will be handed over to the police for prosecution. About 70 people are currently being tracked by the Rapid Response Team due to the exposure to the Ebola patients that had died in Lagos. The State Commissioner for Health, Jide Idris, made a disclosure at the media briefing. Abiola Oluwole's report is presented from our studio.
The death of an Ebola victim in Lagos on July 25th has created panic among Nigerians on a possible outbreak of the deadly disease in the country. Speaking on the efforts of government to check the spread of the virus in the country, Jide Idris says an emergency operations center has been activated in Lagos in collaboration with the federal government and World Health Organization.
The key activities of this center include, as an update, the establishment of an isolation unit in Lagos. This unit is a standalone facility that has a one-way flow until the health worker is decontaminated. It has dedicated water, sewage, and power supply. The healthcare workers associated with Lagos, this facility, have received training on the provision of care to Ebola virus disease patients. Special emphasis of the training has also included the protection of patients and those who work with them through good clinical practice and infection prevention and control measures in the isolation unit. This type of training is planned to be replicated in other states as part of our preparedness plan.
While affirming that the Rapid Response Team is currently on contact tracing to ensure that all contacts exposed to the late Ebola victim are closely monitored. Idris cautioned private mortuary operators from attending to corpses without certified death certificate.
I will use this opportunity again to all the private mortuaries in Lagos State. I think they need to be very careful now. Any case that has no death certificate or any suspicious death certificate should not be handled by them. It should allow us first.
So many claimants already in the country, both orthodox and non-orthodox healthcare providers, claiming that they have cure for Ebola. So the federal government and here state government, we want to declare that people, all Nigerians that are doing this should desist from doing this, because Ebola is not HIV. Ebola is a killer. It will wipe out everybody if it comes to their home, the healing home, including those healing.
The commissioner said suspected cases will continue to be monitored until the end of the incubation period of 21 days from their exposure to the traveler who was diagnosed with the Ebola virus disease.
Still on Ebola disease, the Lagos State Governor Babatunde Fashola had urged the federal government to shut down its borders with affected West African countries to prevent an outbreak of the Ebola in the country. Fashola said Ebola is no longer a local problem but an international one that requires urgent measures in place to prevent its spread. He said the disease is easily transmittable across the borders and boundaries. Fashola added that all residents who had contacts with the dead Liberian had been tested and that the results were negative. The People's Democratic Party had announced its readiness to receive President Goodluck Jonathan for its mega rally on Saturday ahead of August 9th election. Party officials say that the resident visit is a boost to the party's confidence in the coming governorship polls.
It is a great opportunity for the leader of our nation and the leaders of our great party, the PDP, to have first-hand information from the real Osun people. Our ever worthy and hospitable people in Osun welcome Mr. President. For us, anytime the president visits, we feel the homecoming of a son having spent quality time of his National Youth Service Corps scheme in Iresi, Boluwadro local government area of Osun State.
Ajawa added that the president's visit is not for PDP alone, but a blessing to Osun State as a whole.
I would like to say that today is indeed a great day in the annals of the history of Osun State, as we are planning as a party to welcome Mr. President, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Goodluck Ebele Azikiwe Jonathan. Beyond politics, the visit of Mr. President to any state naturally stimulates a lot of positives for the state and the people of that state.
Nigeria's new Inspector General of Police has assumed office with a pledge to intensify the fight against crime. Suleiman Abba took over from his predecessor, Mohammed Abubakar, at a brief ceremony at the force headquarters in Abuja. The new Inspector General of Police also promised to build on the reforms of his predecessor.
Myself and Suleiman Abba is my junior brother, by all standards. I have guided him through to the best I can do through the service. And today, I'm handing over to him as the Inspector General of Police. And I have the belief that Abba will do his best in the circumstances he found himself in the Nigeria Police. And I believe he's an officer who listens, who takes advice, who is smart, who have the ability and the capacity to be able to run the force. So therefore, I will beg officers and men of the police who are in service to please, as you supported me, as you stood by me, as you partner with me, please give him the same cooperation, if not more or higher than you have given me.
The recent upsurge in security challenges will have my full attention. I'm committed to address these issues and reaffirm the high standards of performance for which the Nigeria Police is nationally and internationally acclaimed. In consonance with the President's transformation agenda, I will develop and implement constructive policing strategies for the maintenance of a stable democracy and economic growth. My team will also ensure that policing becomes truly intelligence-led, law enforcement and crime prevention initiatives are integrated and supportive of each other. We will do whatever it takes. And those who know me will tell you, I don't say for joke. I will do whatever is necessary to bring the excesses of violent criminals to a halt.
Millions of people in Gaza Strip need medical care, and those who need medical care are the most affected. Find out more after the break.
You can now watch CoreTv News live from anywhere in the world on our website, www.coretvnews.com. Click on Live TV on our website and watch us live.
And welcome to CoreTv Primetime Days.
To follow us on Twitter, click on Twitter icon on our website. On Facebook, click on the Facebook and YouTube to see all our previous news production. You can also watch us live on YouTube. Click CoreTv, leave a space, then news. CoreTv News, a 24-hour news station.
Nigerians continue to the city of Lagos.
There is still a poor level of
Be the first to know. From the north, south, east, west and around Africa, we break the news.
One Nigeria.
Now you can catch all the actions live as the news breaks. We are CoreTv News.
Welcome to CoreTv,
a 24-hour news station.
For Gaza Strip, nearly 2 million residents, the damage to the Seoul power plant has worsened in already strangled infrastructure. Residents in need of medical care are the most affected. The report.
60-year-old Anam suffers from pulmonary fibrosis and depends on oxygen therapy to breathe. Ever since Gaza's Seoul power plant was knocked out of commission by Israeli shelling, she has no more electricity at home to run our medical devices, and the local hospital, which runs on generators, isn't an option either.
When I go to the hospital, I don't find a place to sit to get oxygen. Where should I go? I don't know where to go.
Her son says they can't afford to run their own generator.
If I want to run the generator, I need 1.5 litres of gasoline every hour, and she needs to have electricity for 17 hours a day. So the cost of gasoline wouldn't be less than about $45 a day. And we can't afford that.
The Gaza power plant was hit several times by military strike. It's finally shut down after shells hit its fuel tanks, which erupted into massive fires. Technicians say it could take a year to repair the extensive damage, and Gaza can no longer depend on electricity from Israel.
Power lines feeding the Gaza Strip with electricity from Israel were also bombed. And they're not back to normal yet, because there's no coordination.
Israel is waging war to destroy a network of tunnels in the Gaza Strip it says are used for attacks against the Jewish state. Smugglers have used those same tunnels to sneak petrol into the enclave blockaded by land, sea and air embargo. For the Strip's nearly 2 million residents, the damage to the power plant has only worsened what was already a strangled civilian infrastructure.
And that's it on the news on the hour. Please do join me at the top of the hour for more. I am Sabina Izuku, and thank you very much indeed for watching.